Guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough. Today, continuing Mass Effect 3. Without further ado, let's have some fun. So, at the end of last week's video, we talked to, from Arya T'Loak, Shepard. I had Petrovsky's chessboard sent to the Normandy. It just doesn't go with the new decor I have planned for Afterlife. Arya.
Commander?
So, after last week's video, in last week's video we defeated General Petrovsky and Cerberus on to free Omega for Arya, and it was an absolutely amazing quest. And you know, what's so powerful about it is we learn about Arya and Naren and their relationship, and other things of this nature. The between the relationship between the Talons and the leadership of Arya, and honestly, it was an absolute slugfest to win that mission. And by the time we get to the end, you see the civilians, like some of the fighters who have been hurt, and they're struggling with those creepy things that look like scions, those something like that. I'm not sure. Let's see here. We'll quickly check the codex. The codex will say. Adjunct. I think they're called adjuncts. I believe they're called adjuncts, from what I remembered at least. Anyways, let me actually just look that up quickly. That relationship, when we saw Naren's sacrificer, adjutant. They are, they were swarming those units, and basically, Naren sacrifices herself, not basically to protect those other people. And Arya, when she sees it, she just goes berserk, and we end up defeating all the forces within the central chamber, and General Petrovsky surrenders. And what's so amazing about it is the entire plot and story. It was absolutely amazing. And by the time we see Naren's sacrifice, it's unforgettable. And those are exactly the moments why I play Mass Effect, because I'll always remember Naren's sacrifice. Now, I really want to bring up something here, which is kind of crazy, and I want to actually just think about it from an RPG perspective for a second. For those people who have played God of War Ragnarok, Freya's brother, makes a similar sacrifice right at the very end, and so I've realized now why this is so powerful. So take a look at this storytelling technique right here. Freyr sacrifices himself after Freya, Atreus, and Kratos have defeated Odin, and I think like the area there is like collapsing, and so Freyr sacrifices himself, and they're able to get out of there. So here's why that sacrifice is different, for two reasons. One, it actually feels like Freyr gets less lines of dialogue and camaraderie than Naren, even though he's a more central character in God of War Ragnarok than Naren is in Mass Effect 3. And then secondly, so first we get a bond with Naren from more lines of dialogue, and the fact that Naren has a relationship, that she was a previous lover, I believe, of Arya. And then the next thing is Freyr sacrifices himself to a plot device. He sacrifices himself abjectly, when instead, think like this, the writers could have just had Freyr also survive somehow. But instead they have Freyr sacrifice himself because the building is collapsing or something. But the building collapsing is is sort of an artificial problem that is created, and you know that the writers create the problem. Now, instead, look at the scenario here that is shown, but it feels as though Freyr could have somehow either survived or his sacrifice feels less impactful because now contrast that with what happens with Nyreen. Nyreen sacrifices herself. Why? For her people, for the people that she was protecting and she was a leader of and she was responsible for. So Nyreen sacrifices herself for those people, and as a result, her sacrifice, it feels emotionally more impactful than when Freyr sacrifices himself for Kratos, Atreus, and Freya when the building like implodes in after defeating Odin. You know, it kind of just feels like Freyr says like, oh, like everyone's got to go, and then Freyr just dies, and it just doesn't feel like the same way as um. It doesn't feel the same as Nyreen because Nyreen sees her people that she wants to protect, and she goes in, and you know she also doesn't have a good relationship with the adjutants, so they pay both those things off. Nyreen taking care of the people, and Nyreen overcoming her fear of the adjutants. And so she does that and sacrifices herself so powerfully. And then we're never really able to see Freya go berserk. In fact, it was just the end of the game. But then we have that moment. When we first entered, I'll never forget it. Arya in her biotic form, and she just blasts those four Cerberus guys on all sides. She just blasts them, and she just looks so glorious with her biotic powers and her rage. And you know that now she's living with Nyreen in her memory. But you never get that payoff in God of War where you feel like Freya fights with Freyr in her memory. Well, not yet at least. Maybe we'll get that in God of War 6. We don't know. But that's what I'm talking about storytelling techniques that BioWare really has shown a masterclass here where in terms of screen time, we probably only saw Nyreen over the course of 2 hours. But yet we formed a deeper personal relationship with her as someone who was once Arya's lover, the leader of the Talon crew, and then ultimately someone who wants to care for the people of Omega and does so heroically giving her life for those people, destroying adjutants in the process. And now Arya will go on to live with Nyreen in her memory. And so that kind of storytelling technique is what makes Mass Effect one of the greatest games ever. Because the graphics aren't as good, and I mean the combat is really good, but God of War's combat is probably a touch better. I would say it is a touch better, and one of the reasons why this game is arguably greater, I don't think it is, but arguably greater than the God of War series, is because of storytelling techniques like that. So now we'll keep going.
Please enjoy your day.
Oh, thank you. Because we don't spend very long with Nyreen. But next thing you know, now I'm sitting here thinking about how I'll always remember Nyreen's sacrifice. So let's keep going.
Thanks for coming by.
Take care, Liara. I actually don't think I need to keep talking with people in between missions. We don't get very much dialogue, honestly, so it's probably not very relevant. To be honest, we really don't get much dialogue. I think the only time I talk to people is after we've just recruited them, so it really doesn't matter that badly. One thing I'll actually check, though, while we're here, is I'll check if we actually have that guy, General Petrovsky, on our ship. Because I think we might have him on our ship. Engineers, Diana, and Javik. That's fine. So let's check the shuttle bay. Not really anything here. Alright, let's go on to the next mission. So we can return to Dr. Bryson's lab to continue the DLC, or we can meet with the diplomats. For me, I would rather hold off on advancing the main storyline, so as a result of that, I'm going to actually return to Dr. Bryson's lab, which is pretty cool. Just double checking we've 100%ed everything, and we have. There was seemingly nothing we could explore in the Petra Nebula, so I didn't see anything there, I guess. But yeah, let's head to Dr. Bryson's lab. What's interesting is we can't actually talk with Arya yet, so that's something like I'm hopeful we can talk with her in the future. But if we can't, that was one heck of a, a swan song to Arya, in her arc, and what a story it was indeed. Here we go. Hopefully Ashley's doing well as a Spectre. Gosh, that quest was so good I forgot all about, Ashley and everybody else here. And I would be lying to say I didn't love the effect Commander John Shepard the White Knight had on Arya.
We need to shield the artifact they've got here right away.
Using Garneau's data, I should be able to accomplish this without difficulty.
Damn thing's been here the whole time. Why weren't we affected?
Perhaps the amount of time spent near the artifact is key. After a certain duration, it affords Leviathan an impressive mind control capability.
I'd call it dangerous as hell. Bryson's assistant tried to kill me.
Perhaps Leviathan was controlling him to protect itself, diverting people away from its trail.
Maybe. It just shows we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Despite the risk, this artifact remains our only link to finding Leviathan. Perhaps we could find more information about it here in the lab.
Agreed. Bryson's team might have turned up something we missed. I'll look around.
Oh, okay, let's see.
They were testing the artifact for energy emissions.
And found nothing. Still, I recommend leaving it shielded.
Sure.
Anything interesting about the artifact structure?
It is not constructed of the same compounds used in standard Reaper technology. Beyond that, nothing of relevance.
Alright, let's see what else we can get. Ooh.
A message from Dr. Bryson's daughter, Anne. According to my records, she worked with her father.
I'm at the dig site in the Pylos Nebula. Project Scarab paid off. I've got another artifact like the one Garneau found. I think it could be affecting people's behavior. You need to shield the one in your office. I tried to warn Garneau, but I can't get through. We've got Reaper scouts coming in toward the main site. I'm heading to the secondary base to grab what research I can.
Anne Bryson was attempting to contact Garneau on the asteroid colony. She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded worried.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
Let's hope we get to her before they do.
She said she was in the Pylos Nebula, working for Project Scarab. That cluster contains several systems. I'll call up the nebula on the galaxy map. We may also search the lab for clues to narrow down her location.
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there, unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster is more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
Any idea if Project Scarab involved Element Zero?
Unlikely. We may learn more from the Project Requisitions Locker.
Any correlation between Project Scarab and these unexplained creature sightings?
Not beyond Leviathan itself.
Anne Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus. Can you track its movements?
No. The Reapers have disrupted civilian comm buoys. But we might learn...
Does anything in Anne Bryson's work history suggest where she might be?
Nothing relevant.
Can you identify this, Edie?
It originates with a pre-spaceflight culture, but there are none recorded in the Pylos Nebula.
The Reapers. Let's hope we find Anne before they do.
There are specifications for several ships here. We need to find the Icarus.
Which ship am I looking for again?
The Icarus.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The ship has enhanced electrostatic discharge cells. They facilitate long-range FTL travel.
So they jumped to the Pylos Nebula by mass relay, then flew to another system.
Yes. Otherwise, they would have chartered a less expensive ship.
Okay, we can rule out the relay system.
The locker is secure. We must locate an access card to open it.
We found Prothean data earlier. Are there any ruins of the Pylos Nebula?
Nothing Prothean.
Bryson's assistant, Hadley. Do we have an update on his status?
He is in a vegetative state. The doctors believe it is permanent.
But the miners recovered when the artifact was destroyed.
Hadley lost consciousness when he attempted to answer our questions about Leviathan. It may have been a deliberate attempt to silence him permanently.
Access card for the requisitions locker?
Yes. According to records, it was last used by Anne Bryson to obtain equipment for Project Scarab. Based on the search data, it is one of these two systems.
Thing is, the Leviathan DLC is actually a lot harder, I think, than the main quest right now. But because our Shepherd, if you remember, our Shepherd started with a bunch of points from Mass Effect 2, so he's actually already maxed out all of the relevant skills. Like, we don't even care about these other ammo skills. Like, I'll just max them out for the sake of it, but they actually don't even matter. So, like, that's why it's like, we're never gonna actually equip those abilities, so, or use the abilities. So that's basically that. So that's why we are now, you know. I'll actually, like, since we're good enough actually to complete the DLC, I'll do that because that will actually be really fun, and will just allow us to focus on the main quest when it's time for that. So there are some 2 quests here. Let's see, scan dig site, sure. Alright, so, yeah, we have some 2 options here.
I found something.
Ah, well. Reaper alertness is a very real thing, so... Jovian dissertation there. Okay. So head to Dorada. We'll get the last one there on the way out because it's going to be pretty intense. So we're in Dorada. We're looking for Sinius.
Signal confirmed. There is no sign of Anne Bryson in this system.
So she's in the other system. Spoilers, I actually knew that after looking up where these resources were. It says so on the IGN lookup, but yeah. She's on Namakali, she's right here.
I found something.
Yeah, just so you know. And then the other one is, let's see, south of Rotesk. So, yeah. Yeah, it's over here. Nice. Like I mentioned, I looked this part up because I don't want to like look through all this stuff. So let's go. Here's the mission. All right.
We have located Anne Bryson's dig site.
Okay, again we're gonna go with Garrison Liara. Sounds good. It's just the best combination. It was really fun not fighting alongside Arya, honestly. That was so much fun. Oh, she's switching off the particle rifle. Alright. Liara, what else would she want? Warp? Or stasis? This is a 12-second recharge, this is 8-second recharge. The 150% damage more target before stasis breaks. Alright, let's just go with warp. Force. Cool. I'm gonna start getting stasis maxed out as well. So Liara's quite set up. And Garrus will max this out. Okay, cool, and we'll start maxing out proximity mod. Should give those guys quite a bit.
So we got reports of an attack on an excavation site.
Right. Edie, can you tell us anything else?
This is the main site
site of a series of excavations established under Dr. Garrett Bryson. Staff records confirm the project lead is his daughter, Anne. She has recently uncovered another artifact possibly linked to Leviathan. That discovery must have made this dig site a target.
Yes. The attack means the Reapers are one step ahead of us. We need to pick up the pace. And since Bryson's daughter is our only lead, our objective is clear. Cortez?
Nothing so far, Commander. If she's down there, she hasn't responded to our hails. Getting some strange signals, though. Give me a minute.
The artifact she uncovered may have caused additional problems. Who knows what we'll find?
Agreed. Take us in closer.
Copy that. We have hostile!
Take us in.
Commander, on the landing platform!
That's her. Okay, let's get...
Tracking multiple boats!
Get us over there.
Negative, it's too hot. Heading to lower platform. Hang on. There, go!
Jump!
We can't... Stay here, Shepard.
This isn't a dig site. It's a war zone.
Move. She's somewhere above us.
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm coming down.
No, stay where you are. This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance Navy. It's too dangerous. We'll come to you.
Yes, okay. You should take the elevator up on the far side.
Copy that. We're on our way.
On the double!
Through here.
Commander, they're swarming everywhere up here.
Can you find a place to hide?
I'll try.
Get there. Stay put.
Understood.
Got it. Got it.
Watch out.
Well, we're not getting up that way.
Look for another path. Looks like a bridge over there. Controls are broken. Someone try to fix it.
Right away. Some wires are short. Shouldn't take much to fix it. Give me a second.
Got it.
Got it. Raising the bridge now.
Banshee!
Understood. On the double! Understood.
Banshees are no joke, dude.
This way.
Elevator spotted.
Got it. Ann, the elevator's blocked. Is there another way up?
I'll override the pod door near you. There's an access point above, Commander, but you'll have to climb to it.
Copy that.
More of them ahead. Understood.
Oh man.
I'm on it.
We're blocked. Find another way.
We can make it through here.
Commander, they attacked my assistant Hopkins. We're being cornered.
Stay hidden, Doctor.
We're trying, but there's too many of them. Hurry!
Acknowledge. You got it. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ann, are you still there?
We're barely hanging on. Hopkins is wounded. Are you close?
We're moving as fast as we can. Hang in there.
That platform's coming down.
Around. Go around.
No, Boyles, stay down. Oh, God.
What's happening?
Kirkwood and Boyles trying to run for it. The Reaper's got him.
Don't move until we get there.
Hopkins is dead.
He tried to run. I told him not to, but he wanted to help the others. Where did everyone go?
I'm sorry, they didn't make it. Doctor, I need you to come with me.
Oh god. Yes, of course. I was at another dig site when they attacked. I got back as quick as I could, but what's happening?
Shepard, look.
I'm not sure, but it might have something to do with these paintings. Is that Leviathan?
Yes. Yes, we think so. It's old, much older than my father thought. And there, as if the natives were under its power. Clearly a Reaper, but acting alone. Not like any Reaper we've seen before.
Doctor, I understand you found something recently.
The artifact. Yes, of course. Incredible. It's just ahead. It may sound strange, but I'm certain it affects people. Their behavior. I've only had a short time to study it.
Not strange at all. Did you find anything?
Not much, but I did learn something about the energy it generates.
Get down. What are they doing?
They've activated it. I've never managed anything.
Doctor?
They've learned too well. The darkness must not be breached. Shepard!
Take it out!
Got it.
You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
On my way, Commander.
Copy that. You see the shuttle, you run. Don't look back.
Okay. Yes. I'm on it.
We need to get rid of that harvester.
We'll bring it down.
Got it. Right away.
Acknowledge.
I'm not sure where we're supposed to start this fight from. I think getting to that top spot is on the right-hand side is best. I truly don't believe we would want to be near these guys.
Affirmative.
We'll bring it down.
That harvester is just destructive. No.
Right away.
We
it down!
Understood.
Right away.
And that's where I'll go ahead and end the video there for this week. With that, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.